Fela is relevant today in Nigerian pop culture because they respect him and they idolize him.
I don't think so. Yes.
I'm actually the charmer Kwame Eugene. We are no as
that was also an unfortunate thing that happened. That was something that I thought it was going to be good for the Highlife and then the generation of Highlife.
So how does Kwame Eugene protect the legacy of Amachi Dede?
He needs to spread it. Kwame Eugene to protect Highlife. Amachi Dede is not Highlife.
You don't know these streets like we do.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching, and this is the maiden edition of For the Culture. The AABN for Culture Ninti and Ntina. Yeah. You're from DJ Slim, and today my co-host is here. Tills to the Tills, Tilly the SM General. Oh, why? Man, you've kind of under crossfire and it's quite unfortunate. Say a pilot and chairman Zoom, but anyway, we'll still talk about it here before we be. So, For the Culture is basically an entertainment show where we wrap up all the exciting things that happen in entertainment throughout the week. You're fun from head to toe. Now, if you go port back home, near essential ones now. Said the way I wouldn't bit me absorb it. Yabadi nearby. First and foremost, the weekend. Tilly, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Man, also, all shiny, all glow. What's I say? Free and say, oh, you almost a free soon. You say, all glow, but
one we almost a free so.
I go for social media photo.
Oh, yeah, almost said I'm so now.
Still, now, that's what
no, I still have home. I'm going to free.
But still, for life is for life.
For life is for life.
So this week has been exciting. I think we woke up one morning and we realized that gospel artists were going in our Trendy. So the idea was that top 10 greatest gospel artists of all time. That was what social media influencers were pushing. Yeah. So there was a time that so many media houses also tapped into it. Yeah. I think myself, my radio station, Hits FM, we tapped into it. Also tapped it, like the Media General brand also tapped into it. People were asking for the top 10 greatest gospel artists of all time. Quickly, do you have... No, before I get before I ask you this question. Joe Metal, in your crossfire, collateral damage. Because, it was just collateral damage. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. That was it.
According to who? According to social media?
Yeah, so Twitter phone. He was just meaning the entire, but people were just stepping on him. I don't know why they brought him into the conversation. When there's a convo about top 5, top 3, people might want to include uncophobia in the list, and people will push them under the bus and as umbe rubbish.
Yeah.
That is what happened to Joe Metal. So if you saw Joe Metal trending during the week, it was as a result of people felt like he should be in the top 10 greatest gospel artists of all time. Do you feel Joe deserves that spot?
It depends on the generation you're looking at. So the reason that conversation was quite difficult for me to also partake in was because every generation and who they consider as their greatest of all time.
I'm not good.
Mind you, yes. Mind you. Yeah. Every generation be one good. Mind you, Ghana, the way we consume and we receive music and the arts, we are not able to pass it from generation to generation. Yeah. Even now, the Ampedus and the Penifon, we call them old generation. Old this.
No, you're
from what? Old this. Yeah, that's the word. You get it. So it's like, we are supposed to be able to pass it from generation to generation, such that no matter the generation in which you are, he's the greatest of all time. That's what Nigerians have done with Fela. We didn't come and meet his generation, but they've been able to protect the image so well, so that
the legacy
no matter what, he is the greatest of all time. No matter your generation, it doesn't matter. We're not able to do the same for Sibisa. We're not as a nation.
Well, Sibisa wasn't a through and through Ghanaian band. They were mixed. I think if we're doing a proper fraction, it would have been like a 60-40.
Yeah, but we pride ourselves with Osibisa and their exploits, but we're not able to protect that into generations. I'm sure you call some Gen Z. Who is that? You get it, but you call a Gen Z in Nigeria and you talk about Fela. They know.
Yeah.
It's when you want to have that conversation of greatest of all time. To me, it's moot because it depends on the generation and where you're looking at it. You'll be surprised that a Gen Z will say Joe Metal is the greatest of all time because we have more Esther Smith, this that you're born in front of, but what about Bobby? You see. So you see, so the generation no and the say who you consider as your greatest of all time because our system is flawed. We are not able to pass things from up to down.
I believe it's not our system. It's about us not appreciating craft enough. Like we do not. Because a typical example, then again, we might bring Fela into the conversation. Fela is relevant today in Nigerian pop culture because they respect him and they idolize him. So they've been able to do that and they've immortalized him. Son of Mayano, Nigeria, right? They talk about him. That is how you spread. You push it. There's no system in Nigeria doesn't have any proper system.
No, but that's the thing. We are the system.
Yes, we are the system.
Media,
we do not respect.
Exactly. No, it's not.
Yeah, artists in
I don't want to push it all on respect per se.
It is respect.
No, but it is part of
why?
it. No,
Let me give you another example.
It is part, but it's not all of it. Even the media, we have a role to play. Respect is part.
Of course.
We don't celebrate ourselves enough.
Yes.
It's all about celebration. You go to VGMA and then they are celebrating the artists of the
decade or something.
No, the lifetime achievements.
Yeah.
And other artists are sitting down on their phone. Because they're not able to fathom what will make an artist become like a lifetime. You as an artist, you might never actually be a lifetime achiever. You might never. But this person that he's been celebrated has passed your stage in many faces and above you and it's been celebrated generations after. So if you don't see that, which is why an artist will be celebrating their birthday and another artist doesn't see the need to celebrate them.
Yes.
You get it? So it's about we appreciating, as you said, the art and the craft and the people that push the art and wanting to say we are going to appreciate them. That the lumba is because there's a certain generation that feels like no matter what, we are still going to appreciate him into the next generation.
Yes.
It is not about respect. It's about you appreciating, you the art, you the artist. I mean, Sax, Stone, whichever artist, knowing that looking at the kind of work we put in this art, I am going to show a bit of appreciation to the older generation so that it bridges the gap between the older generation and the younger generation of listeners who might not know an Ampedu.
Yes.
But I know Ampedu.
Yeah.
Who might not know other older generation than the younger ones. So it is always the middle ones refusing to show appreciation and acknowledgement to the older ones until there's always a gap between the older generation and the younger generation of listeners.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Somehow can I right? Because I think I've seen a couple of BET awards where there's Lifetime Achievement Award and everybody in auditorium gets up.
You have to stand.
Like,
they play.
and may I sure say it's not even something that is coordinated. Like, they just respect it. I saw Busta Rhymes Lifetime Achievement Award the statement on Mickey and how he like everybody like and would I think it's also the entire American respect and say we have issues in our system and this I will not mince words. The old does not value what the new is bringing and the new struggles to get their works out there. They struggle to get their stuff out there. And then the old decides or thinks that new need disrespecting them. And I'll put this on the record. You remember Richie Mensah and legendary Zab Mallet, right? Okay. The amount Richie Kobo, you see, you remember, right?
I know that story. I know that story.
So, anytime I OGB and I say ODB, young in B bano. OG's name and so moon pigeon. It is a young and a fat baby no PR on fat OG's.
Okay.
It's a major factor.
And that is why our industry is stuck at level 1. Because a younger generation or whether a producer, a musician, whatever it is, they come with different zeal and they come with different technology. And then the older generation, no matter how incorrigible or unapproachable they may be, they come with experience that you, the young person, you do not have. So at some point, you, the young person, you have to humble yourself. At some point, you have to humble yourself, because the reason why JC and Co will do something they will do something that will last 10 years before they get it. And then they say that Rihanna will have to do it within 5 years. It's because now Rihanna has the backing of experience. People that have had experience and don't have to go through the same hassle they went through 10 years to crack the code.
Fact.
The next artist they will have to sign will use 1 year to crack that code.
Fact.
So now we just have to decide, how do we fuse ourselves together? The older ones must open their arms, embrace new tech, embrace the energy and the enthusiasm. And the younger people must respect and be humble. Do not think that because your first hit song has 300 billion, they will say because that is where the problem is. Young people, we feel like once we have a hit or we are the apple of the world's eye, you do not. It's not about a hit, it's about sustaining the brand. That is where I beat most of them. And in every sector, even outside of music, when you come to movies, the reason why our movie industry is going down is because the people that know what brought our movie industry down keeps telling the young ones that do not use this part. But young one watching Netflix, the movie honestly, your friend is saying, you know, we keep going back in circles, doing the same thing that the OG would just say, I mean, obviously, cool, but Obia wako kwane that they walk quite it is shorter. We the young ones are not ready to follow those. And they offer but the older generation too must be willing to open themselves up for change.
Okay,
that's all.
So issue, you know, is a two-sided. You're speaking for you're trying to merge. I mean, they also will be here, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from a Gen Z point of view. You understand? Although it's hard for me to put myself in those shoes, I'll try and wear them. For a Gen Z who have an overbloated sense of purpose and they believe the world is theirs without even working. When certain statements from legends or Motia, they are weaker. I mean, I'll just put it on the they are weaker. The Gen Zs are weaker, like in every aspect, only weaker. The late 80s, the early 90s borns, we have a strong connection to society. In Tieno, we respect, and whether we win or not, we still appreciate life. For them, it's not the same. A statement from Ambuli saying, okay, boys, we want fast food music, trash in your dad. You heard Ambuli trash.
Yeah. I mean, those are unfortunate comments.
Automatically.
Unfortunate.
But for the Gen Z, what is an Ambuli aka? I'm speaking from that side. Because I mess with these people. I know how they think. Okay. And so, because they feel that, these are the people that are doing like authentic stuff, right? Real authentic high life music.
No, but that's the thing. You know that's whenever I hear somebody say, they are doing authentic high life, I'm like,
but cool. But you would want
what
to
is
pick
authentic to you?
No, but you want to pick elements of it from it, right?
Exactly. So you see.
No, but when you back said the
conversation because this conversation it is some way to me because first of all, any penny or backcasser from that point of view is an unfortunate comment to make. It's an unfortunate comment to make. It's an unfortunate comment to make. However, you can't say, I keep saying that the older generation too, they have to evolve. They have to evolve and know that older or the way high life used to be will never be the same. It will never be the same moving forward. I might actually pick, like the way Episode did. Episode picked, he picked an amponsa sound and did a version on it at Donko. Even that, because of the way he sounds, that patois influence in his voice, it will never be the same as an original amponsa. So until the OGs and the gatekeepers of the Highlife music decide that, you know what, we are going to push the name Highlife so much that you are allowed to do whatever it is you want to do with the Highlife. Just pick some elements. Let's make it dynamic and grow it and project it for the rest of the world. That is all. But if you want to gatekeep the old sound that nobody wants to listen to, associate with, you are stuck in the past. You get it? You are stuck in the past. So why don't you open yourself up as a gatekeeper? Say that, you know what, Kwame Eugene, maybe you might not be doing the old Highlife that we know, but what you are doing is Highlife. But if you add this string and that string, it makes you more approachable, as you were trying to say. You get it? So his comments there, it was unfortunate, and that's, I don't think should.
Should be hard.
Yes.
I'm actually the chama Kwame Eugene. We are no as our Wako channel. We tell senior my young genie tell.
That was also an unfortunate thing that happened. Because that was something that I thought it was going to be good for the Highlife and then the generation of Highlife.
So this thing, how does a person like Kwame Eugene, who still, as it stands now, Kwame Eugene has an untapped, resource of talent, and he's killing it. See, one of the biggest songs in Ghana is himself Unauthorized.
Yeah, Monica.
And his album is super dope. I'm sure that by Easter, another song on the album will pop up. How does Kwame Eugene protect the legacy of Amachi Dede in a case like this?
Kwame Eugene doesn't. The onus is not on Kwame Eugene to protect the legacy of Kwame Eugene. The onus is on Kwame Eugene to protect Highlife. Amachi Dede is not Highlife.
No, but it's not just Amachi Dede being Highlife. We're talking about a person like Fela, an icon.
Yes.
In the case, so to say the youngins, would not put, let's say, a certain Joe Metal in the greatest gospel artist of all time generation. That's what we're stringing from.
Yeah, but you see, Amachi Dede is a Highlife icon. He's not Highlife. The version of Highlife he might have done, maybe the older ones that came before him too might not even say what he did was Highlife. You get it? So Kwame Eugene has to be true to himself. What am I doing? The song or the sound I am projecting now, which sound influenced it majorly? To me, is it Highlife? Does it have Highlife strings or whatever it is? Some of the elements of Highlife. Yes, move. You don't need penny open your mean shira and I penny shira when shira walk when
Into own name.
Yeah, because when our papa did say, Akua media told say for say no, which was very uncalled for, because now that thing we are trying to do to bridge the gap between the older and the younger, you have come to just about 2 month whole crash in Fifi.
Anyway, still locked on. Still locked on to Street is watching and major happenings. So top 10 gospel artists of all time. I don't know discuss here. We're trying to find out generation Bia and how they see their greatest of all time. But I think there should be a standard. I believe there should be a greatest of all time catalog based on longevity, based on voice, dynamism, and all that with respect to the gospel fraternity. My greatest of all time, I think my top 5, I'll have Esther Smith in there. I'll have Mama Esther in there. Stella Dugan will be in there. Daughters of Glorious Jesus and Tego Sisters, they will be in there undoubtedly. Me babe 10 who are me fa Benny Sofemo.
So is it someone like me? I'll take Florence Obinim.
Okay. Mama Flo.
So you see where you depending on where you're looking at it from.
No cap. Like she's paid her dues.
Florence Obinim. Philippa.
No, but then if you're zoning in on catalog. If we go in on catalog, then be a film.
No, but
they've been in the game.
I would choose production over catalog. I would choose production quality and how the production stands the test of time over catalog, because catalog you can have a big catalog, but you don't have more classics.
OGs in the crowd, then most of them are production here very solid though. OGs because most of them were done by George Forrest. I think may he so rest in perfect peace. Morris Babyface, Frame Prince, Sankophone, now production is very solid though. OGs in the records in the catalog no na maybe a bini bebre. What you say? And I think recently I saw Esther Smith post since he also have a drop or the new project Viva. When it was trending, none of who said we did easy tap into a ballroom. But in a more professional way, let's just jump on to our next exciting topic. I think during the week, our Brother Sammy granted an interview on GH page. And during the conversation that he had with the team over there was this thing that popped up where he said, on Nacee, it was Nacee, I said that track, or challenge.
Yeah.
And then there's a general gospel phone, so.
And I mean, sure, if you are starting a new program, you start with God.
So one way challenge, or a challenge nibi. I said that challenge nibi. And I think that was one beautiful project Nacee intimidated by, because I saw some wonderful singers pop up, including my one of my good friends. I never knew he was like a singer, was that dope. So I saw him do a rendition of that song. It was crazy, man.
Oh, cool.
Or yeah, in the verse, but Brother Sammy say, and I miss your say. Or yeah, any way, and I see crack train at Tony page so near that did promote but Drew baby no, where you free move because when they say on only Brother Sammy the channel on only there.
I'm sorry for laughing, but this is laughable though.
Tuga. Tuga say on only there no, the chain. Nacee there.
Which is possible. Anyway, so how yeah or for on your mind as a Camido for on your mind. The original version you debut.
It's yim. Well, we'll let you guys watch some of the discussions, of course, on GH page. Now, with respect to Brother Sammy and how he said some of the things, said that I am putting in the wrong context. So, quick one. Mama, I'm already okay.
Nacee to nyumbi mu hwede nyame aye ana wa also challenge obi anya bi nipa be 5,000 e bi ogana me nko am ye Nacee me e block me na me pese me ka because me dey no hu yan say I overtaking no, because how I use the unction me I carry the oil I carry the oil to petrol, the diesel to excel. Me nya di bowula nyum no mu a oboa me di agro ba me so man kuma Nacee na me post to nyum Nacee na be twi post to ni page.
Okay.
After that we who say overtake no asako delete video all the pages.
Anyway, so Brother Sammy versus Nacee. Oba confess and I'm confess.
Yeah, my main confess. I think this is much. I think this is much to do about nothing. Basically, Brother Sammy is blowing everything out of proportion, because, mind you, if he had a problem with whatever you've done, there was no way he was going to repost on his timelines.
Facts.
Also, I feel like Ghana musicians, especially the gospel musicians, they should just learn. Especially about their industry. You put somebody's sound that has a striking resemblance to the original production that has copyright on it and has been monetized on YouTube. Of course, you will get copyright strike and potentially lose your channel depending on the distributor they are using. So no artist be crana or no more permission no YouTube and they strike then who are beg it is all part of the business. It is the technicalities. Somebody's distributors, they are outside, they are not even before they will come of knowledge or they will preview to the agreement you have with the person in person. Now you're too late. So I just really think that he could have spoken to Nacee rather than going on media and going to make it look like there's a seeming problem between the two. Because really, are you telling me that Brother Sammy's own was the best over all the other ones that came? No. In fact, he was not even there was no ingenuity in what he did. He didn't add anything, just took his normal voice. I'm serious. Have you seen what other people did with have you seen what other people did with that project? You get it? And to one day, unction, as he says, unction was so and teacher say we're deleting because who will start a challenge, and then the one video that gives him the most views, as you say, they were deleting because unction was also saying what kind of.
So say as a man fulfilling more chain I see.
And today, I'm for say the performing program as an annual auto idea.
So and you only need about one version.
Yeah, but you see, there's a lack of communication, a lack of understanding. There's
that thing with brothers. Brothers drop simple. Opanka took the same beat, killed it, made an award-winning song out of it. What I say? So maybe I won't say. Maybe I say. Maybe I could do.
You are telling me that there's a potential that VGMA, when Nacee himself has started a challenge. They would take the Brother Sammy on.
But won't say Brother Sammy to your performances.
No. Have you seen performances to perform what?
No, people are booking me. His version goes much more harder than Nacee did.
Have you heard the version? No, I mean, let's not cap here. Have you seen the version he's talking about?
And you're done.
No, it's not like that is typical Brother Sammy. Nothing more, nothing less.
Look at the typical Brother Sammy. I do not understand.
The one with the unction. Also, my kinema.
It's Ejo.
No, actually, but it's not something that if we put on the creative scale as compared to what we saw with the Nacee, Asida remix. I mean, Asida challenge. Come on, bro. This is not this is not something that will make Nacee so jealous to the point and say, no, I don't want him to spin it from the point of jealousy. That is what I'm trying to say. Why don't you spin it from a point of technical issues, or you know what, call a brother? Because as you said, you were doing it to support your brother. So if there's something you've seen that is not, why don't you just call him? Oh, Brother Sammy, who say, Nacee, who say, me video, where you add a bibiana, and me crime no copyright strike, what the bibiana. Clearly, he would have told you that, or sound, it was very similar to mine. And also, they go to YouTube. Which well, look at this. A challenge that is supposed to be stuck on TikTok and social media.
No, but say blue
So even he went to turn on his monetization on there. So
anyway, still major happenings in the week. In my trendy week, in for the culture. Yeah, we also papa. But then there's also one video that circulated and is a hot button issue when it comes to investment in the industry, and it happened on Sammy Flex TV when Sammy Ba and then a team. More discussion, and I think they were talking about, I think it was investment, right?
I don't know.
The subject was investment, something like that. And then there was a jab from one of the panelists at Scott Evans. And social media, I think Scott Evans took to social media to announce how disappointed he was with respect to their course was shown. So, Sammy said their course was shown. So I think Sammy is the bigger guy in there. He should have been able to avoid it. Omoka about Scott Evans being an artist with Timinya like 1 million views still will be any. Say Omoka said, so they mentioned Gambo in there. There was a shade at Gambo. And there was also a shade at Scott Evans. Say Gambo, I invest, and we hungry. Scott Evans, I invest, and we hungry. And I think it was very, very unfortunate. Like the BT said, they all come. Very, very unfortunate. And Sammy, Mr. Sammy watches this channel same way I swear in the channel. Sammy, this is so low. This is like the lowest Sammy bar you can go. Like, don't even could be.
Bacho. Papa no.
Papa. And you papa men can be. Miss chairman.
Bet me can be, but me you no go low share. We won't agree.
You won't agree. No, but it's the lowest that Sammy can go. I mean, you've done. The first one was Edem Dia Mogokano shows or then you hope a day. Some of the comments that are, yes, you are not. You did not say these things yourself, but your presence there. Say open, traffic ma and kwadare na nkano yebu na nkarefo a oka ho. What I say? We cannot separate the whole thing from you. It's the same way if something happens on this set, I will take the fall. You understand? So you need to take the fall, and I think you need the disrespect. The apology should be as loud as the disrespect. I think Samina and the team needs to come out same way that they did with Adam. They need to come out.
Oh, they've apologized. The gentleman has come to apologize.
Okay. So, but then the bigger case in there should be that in a time where we do not have investors in the business. You need investors be a business way. You investors asa. Let's just understand it. You need investors be a music business in Ghana. I think the last one that left, if my memory serves me right, would be as a Film Prince. Okay, Film Prince, I'm called that. Big Ben, I think the Big Ben, the Kai, Muho baby, but also a Jaiko. Major like people are moved to me, so artists who invest in them. Links Entertainment right now, they say, you know, there is an external force be a Links Entertainment. If they've not told you that, well, I'm breaking it to you. As it stands now, Links Entertainment, to the best of my knowledge, there is a split in there, of which say concentration in it. So that is why you don't see a lot of push from Links Entertainment these days. Because we've seen them sign DSL, they've seen them sign Maya Blue, Saint Lennon, and all that. But have you seen their pace of growth? It's not as
expeditious as their previous signees. Okay.
Because see, that is not the links that we know. Albert Mensah, Richie's brother, is currently not in the country.
Damn.
Because in Sensembini at the day, I'll not break it right now, but later on, you'll be able to. Links everyone in the
Hey, Bullet in Rough Town.
Oh, how? No disrespect to Bullet, he's my guy, he's my G, but he knows the work. And the last time we met,
I get you.
Or catch him straight away. It's car eye.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah. So if the artists themselves have decided to invest in themselves, right? We don't have to discourage them. We do not. Artists now kasa to me take bold decisions. Say me ankasa me discover ba share me juma mu na me pushing. We do not have to discourage them. A very very unfortunate statement. Sammy, Charlie, wait there. We also down here last show. We bought 50.
Hey.
Oh yes, so for last show.
So if I'm going to comment on this particular issue, I think when there are levels of fame, you are able to hit boys fame. When you're now for phone, when you drop here, or boys, but I'm saying you banga, it's a banga. So free surface now, then you are able to reach an industry like face. So in your industry, you are good, like you are dope in the industry. Someone like me, I'm in the industry phase. So in my industry, they know, oh, she's good. Entertainment, they know she's good. Scott Evans is in that phase. So the gospel facts, they know that he's good, which is why we see his name pop in the awards scheme and stuff like that. He hasn't hit the national spot. That is where the problem is. Okay. So it will be wrong to judge him because you don't see him as the national, someone like Kwame Eugene, Kidi and Ko, they've hit the national spot.
Oh, yeah, you get it.
Some of them have not hit international sport. They've hit the national sports. They have international, they have international legs. Yes, but they haven't hit the international soft sport yet. You get it. So Scott Evans is in the industry hit level where the industry, they know him and this guy is good. And so it was unfortunate that his work was made fun of in that level. But whichever numbers he has, it means that he's managing, or even without the national attention, he's managed to build some form of cult following. It might be a bot, whatever numbers or whatever it is, but I'm not sure that
they were making fun of him. So are they any robot too?
No, but whatever the case,
I hope you heard that.
But whatever the case, numbers are numbers, especially in our era where award schemes use numbers as part of things they consider too. So numbers are numbers. When beside the jazz on top, but catch us say onimpa say YouTube views them one sa award na ko tono be si go. And you're saying there's nothing wrong with a musician buying numbers. Because you know why? It's all about image. If I go on YouTube and I see that a video has amassed 1 million views, I am more prone to watch that video than a video that has 5 views. It's all
Facts.
part of the marketing. We have to understand. We have to understand as an industry.
You for tell Godfather.
I'm not telling God, and he was the one that said it. The one that said it, that's why I'm giving this general education.
So catch it, no catch it.
I'm giving this general education that it is not wrong for an artist to buy numbers on their views, because it actually increases their chance of people watching, thinking that this is an original organic film than an artist with 5 views. It doesn't.
And I think it even helps the algorithm too. For it helps the algorithm too. So because the more IPs are pointed onto a particular video, YouTube is forced to recommend it to a larger audience. So, well, what point to but a man for Tododo.
Probably saying so motor do not say motor.
Tododo.
What is Dudu to you? What is the limit on the top for you?
Yeah, Babe Dana at the end of 50K.
But you know that. But you know there are 2 types.
500K.
But you know there are 2 types.
In their phone number,
no, but you know there are 2 types, right? You know there are 2 types, right?
Tell me.
So there's one that you buy the numbers, and then there are phobia and what ton numbers no. So it's just like what ton. Then we and our kind of we slept, we woke, the numbers astronomical, and there are ones that it is boosted heavily, and the views are paid views. However, they are views of people actually watching, because now the product is in the faces of a lot of people, and these are
promo.
Exactly. And if I boost my product, and then you are going to sleep and it's 10K, and you wake up and it's like 50K, you cannot tell me who. But if I buy the number,
I'm to tell you too. I'm the new policy, but I'm telling you people. I'm to talk. Anyway, we're still touching on the biggest entertainment stories week in is called For the Culture, and this is our maiden edition into anyway almost here the name of for Kahoni they will be in a more professional way, more any ajo.
And then you're professional.
More digital.
Okay.
And in a more digital way. What hard to do? Well, still on some of the entertainment highlights of the week. Ghana DJ Awards was held last weekend, and shouts going out to DJ Lord.
Yeah.
DJ Lord emerged as the best DJ overall, best DJ of the year. Okay. And shouts going out to a couple of winners. Shouts going out to my brother Portfolio, who has been nominated.
Oh, Pot. Hey, man. Almost
because Pot posted social media, as we say, or not to abano before, but there na abano yet. Not over 3,000 votes. And Ubia won Tibia from.
On the end, I said,
ya loco at the 12 boy, ya loco at the room. But who has Akua be the
sponsored photo.
Hey,
Obia numbers now.
See, Edwaway, it makes me affect you. It will affect you.
It will affect you.
Congratulations going out to Kojo Manuel for also emerging as the MC and Hype Man of the Year. He was supposed to join us this afternoon for a session, but Nedi and one time. So many of my friends walked away with some of their big awards. I think DJ Q emerged as the best electronic DJ. And people were asking, so what is electronic music? So EDMs is also a form of music. It's highly patronized in the European countries. And European country, Philippa, is one of the biggest genre of music, electronic music, EDMs. Q, Winibi, Scratch DJ, DJ Obonki. So many of my friends we here. But then the highlight of the show was a couple of performances that were built, artists that were built to perform. Stonebwoy was built to perform. He did not show up. However, Shatta Wale showed up, and conversation sparked. Said, "So why I didn't ask Stonebwoy MP for that show?" So, according to the event organizer, a CEO of Mercury Republic, Openyini Mercury say he had a call at the last minute saying he cannot put these 2 artists on. That is Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. He cannot build these 2 artists to perform. Reason, I'm sure say a security reason, because the police paying for a friend. So it was high command because of security reasons, he can't build these two artists. And I was told that Shatta came in to perform for free because of the DJ community wanted to perform and show his love to the DJ community. So he posted it. Now, no poor also show love to DJ community. I know say DD presenters at them, but that's a different matter. We'll talk about it later on. So I think he opted for Shatta Wale to perform. I don't know the communication, of course, between only Stonebwoy though, but the bigger conversation is that this festive season, if you are out there and you are an event organizer, you cannot bill Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale on the same stage. That is what is now being pushed out there. I cannot authenticate this message because IGP, I don't know if
it's not that you cannot book them. It's that you have to give the police prior notice so they can give you the right tips, possibly the right reinforcements or the adequate reinforcements.
Two artists.
These two artists, just these two so far.
I'm just saying. Because, okay. We meet a bookie strong man, so they smoke.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm just saying. Because if you are talking about red flags, all these are red flags. All these are red flags.
Yeah, but of all the names you've mentioned, which of the two have enough fans that can meet at a venue and then there could be possible mayhem?
Okay. So I think I have a couple of friends in SM. She has gone out to Aaron. Dreamline.
Hey, Dreamline, stop the chat me.
What do go on?
Hey.
Say baby I'll to miss on fire into no.
Odi matem sa.
Na miss on no.
No about them who are back.
But a cool guy.
Oh, a cool
guy. Very, very cool guy. So Dream would say that we are blowing the rift between these two artists out of proportion.
And whose fault is that?
Okay. The entire make on us 7 years say he is in SM and he believes that these people are just having a friendly and it's not as hostile as we've been made to believe. But then again, there's a gun situation in there, a two situation that push these two artists Kojina. Baby, I know moon person mubejina. There's also instances of individually artists ni me no enyo mo fracas bakumakubi Stonebwoy versus Angel Sako the manager Angel the plaster takrakabi na for ni 300 nyina rekota ni no there's Shatta and Kweku Smoke so one side Shatta and Contractor. Shatta also their doors because of the doors. But then these two artists what I say. But for the military, for the police to come in at this level, I believe they've seen signals they've seen red flags be. That is why they are saying this. I cannot authenticate this message. Meaning, if they've come out officially to say these things.
Okay, so this was something Sammy, Mr. Ba.
On the kind.
Yeah.
It is Sammy.
No, but Sammy is an unauthentic voice in the media.
Because then it would mean say. Mercury ne catch Sammy.
Yes, that is what there's a video. That is what
I've seen the video. So yes. Mercury ne catch Sammy.
So he was So wait, so who in the pipeline do you not trust? Because I trust Sammy. Who in the pipeline you don't trust Mercury? Who in the pipeline do you not trust?
No, Mercury the other portfolio. Oh, that's it,
any interest. So who knew Mercury need ya? Because if you are going to sound common so.
Minjindi.
Okay, any interest.
Minjindi. Well, but I want to hear you.
No, I did it. Okay, maybe just Hamidi.
Okay.
So this is what I would say. You premise now, boy, you know. Okay, say it looks like we are blowing, as a Dreamline catcher said, it looks like we are blowing things. It's not anybody that is blowing anything out of proportion. It is the artists and their communicates and their team and how they've handled issues in the past. So if there's anything that is blowing off, then they have to fix it from the top, which is the artist. How they will conduct and coordinate and show a sign of peace will trickle down to the fans. Because you don't purport to be at beef and expect that I, the fan, or me, the fan, will be deciding enough to see that is not a beef. No. If you want to say that there is no beef or it's much to do about nothing, show that. When Sako they started posting Stonebwoy stuff, the SAC native realized that, it's much to do about nothing. So now they are not targeting each other and tearing each other up. So you want to say that there is peace and there's no problem, so it's at the top, and we the fans will follow suit. You don't make it look like you don't go live, I go big time, and then somebody to phone call, and we know the feel with that shama, and me the fan, and you have to put the thing on me that I have to decipher. You can't give me that responsibility. No. Interview now about the sports stadium. No, we don't feel anybody. We from a shaman. So I keep saying that. Yeah. The police, to me, they did a needful. There are so many artists in the industry. But if they think that certain pronunciations you've made in the past, certain track records you've made, and mind you, this comes directly at the back of a letter Sammy Flex wrote to Shatta Wale, which was why they cancelled his stadium show, that to him, he thinks it's security risk and all of that. So if the police thinks there's a potential security risk, if it comes to anything that's got to do with Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, we might as well step in at the earlier stage before it escalates to something that we might have to do a long press release about. You get it?
And I think it's in the right sense, because December in Ghana celebrations and all that.
See, that is a loss to the industry. Because at some point, I'm sure a certain organizer, and mind you, I don't want it to make it look like, there's no Ghanaian event organizer that can put these two on. There are outside event organizers and there are big event organizers.
But
yes.
You know it's true, right?
No, but
you know it's true that as it stands now, no local event organizer has that financial muscle to.
That is possible, but December in Church is not about just local event organizers.
Of course, that is what I'm just saying.
Exactly. So you see, it could be that an event organizer may need the two. So what is it? Are they going to be faced with the ultimatum of picking one over the other, or are they now? Do they now have to incur extra cost of getting security involved in a special way to ensure that there are no concomitant effects to that issue? What is the problem here? What is it? Is it that bad? My thing is it that bad?
It is that bad.
So it's then it means Dreamline is wrong. If it is that bad, when the two of them cannot be at the same place in the same time, then
the two of them cannot be.
So you see, you can't blame a fan who thinks that way.
I just do not trust to say I do not fault, and as I do not fault any security agency for looking at these two people as a potential security threat.
And that's
existence at a place. It's a real threat, because there's been one that we've seen. It was live on national television. I saw a gun being pulled, and there's no way we would ever forget about this event. You understand? So, however, say I say a loss to the industry need dear. Industry naga say you lose that.
No. I bet to differ.
Okay. Yalusu dada. Why? And I'm sure when I pull this up, I might drag this conversation a little bit. But this industry is now being run by foreigners. I hope you know that.
That I am aware of.
Okay, so all our major artists are now signed to international labels.
All our major artists are now signed to international labels. I know Stonebwoy is signed to Def Jam.
We Empire, unim artists are with my dream Empire Akua.
Yeah, I know that they have
Kwame Eugene, Kiddy, Famille.
Wait, but
Talk.
But you I don't think Y'all Talk is still affiliated with Empire. Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, still. Still Empire.
That's like a conversation we must have another day.
But the same Empire Black or Ashake, but Omuku drew America, yeah, the Ashake Kotra Primetime TV, so America. Now, the black one in the street in the show.
Is this the conversation you want me to? Because when you know where you go, you're not coming out.
Come on, maybe but I'm just saying that because of the level of investment that is being pumped into these artists to make them look this good, we don't have local event organizers do not have that financial muscle to build them.
Let me play this backwards.
Yeah.
Let me flip the thing. It is a loss, a bigger loss now to the industry, especially to the local or whoever that has a stake in events, whether as a foreign investor or a local investor, because it is not beneficial to us that you cannot put these two artists on the same event without extra security, even if that is the situation. Why are we not using that situation to our benefit? Because I'm thinking that if we are going to ride on Rivalry, why not use the Rivalry to make both of them eat and their teams eat?
But I'm dream was artists now, I'm dream was
No, but that's why we are here to talk.
No, I'm dream was
because right now, if the Rivalry is going to make one person drop out of something when both of them could have been fed, what is the essence of the Rivalry?
Case and said they do not see it the same way. I'm sure Baku because they've been able to. They've survived in certain rooms too. Let's not forget. Like let's remember Rim Fisa, I say Assassin Sound Clash. It was the same two artists on stage. You remember?
Yeah.
And they made money.
But that's why my thing is that is it that bad? Like because honestly, I thought this was as an industry person. I thought this was like one of those things. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you are saying that these two cannot be at an event. Then I'm like, come on, is it that bad?
Well. Anyway, my age
because they coexisted at places before. So how did we get here?
My viewers and enough almost on formal comments and Brian. Then when we sit down next time, I'm sure we'll be able to read some of the comments. I was hard way so, and I'm sure me pretty much sure. Anytime we touch on Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, there's a very sensitive, and I wish SM4 because they've been built for a couple of events this season. I've seen them post a lot of. I'm seeing international show be crowd. I'm saying no Ubekobi.
Me.
I'm so more for us media.
Me.
Aye.
Who pull it trigger?
Oh. I'm seeing international show be crowd on there. You cry crowd with Jamaica. One person for us media correspondents now.
You're pulling the trigger, innit?
I could find information in the aba.
Information will be asked you. Information through how information will be asked you.
But congratulations going out to also Stonebwoy, and we wish him all the best this festive season. And UPA this festive season, I think the police and there's a blogger, the degree bouncer. And so then the tips about or a bouncer about to a degree bouncer, but then the tips about for Christmas. You guys can check it out and stay safe this festive season. Do you have final words to our viewers?
No, I don't.
No, okay. So
my channel YouTube.
Yes. Check out Tilly Akua Nipa.
T means talkative.
T means
talkative.
Okowa Ocheche Niemamu. So let's put the link right here, and then you can also click on it and watch Tilly on her YouTube channel. Your friend DJ Slim, on behalf of the production, we say thank you so much, and we'll see you when we see you. Remember, everything that we did tonight was for the culture. It has.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We show.